you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be using the new Persona Identity 2 palette. If you guys have not seen it, this is how it looks. Mine looks a little beat up because I have been using it non-stop since I got it in about a week ago. So this is how the palette looks inside. Very beautiful, bold shades. So I figured for today's video, what a better way to show off how these shadows work than to do a 3-look 1 palette video for you guys. So that is what we're going to be doing. Now just a little bit about this palette. This is the Identity 2, so clearly there's been a first one out, and if you guys have not seen that, it is this one right here. This is the very first product that Persona released, and I've got to say, this is a palette that I've also been very in love with since the day I first used it. The pigments in here are amazing, and it is the same with this new palette. Now the old one, although the packaging is pretty nice, it's a really good one to even travel with. This one's made out of cardboard, so you know it's a little bit different, whereas this one feels a little bit more like weighty, a little bit more luxe. This one is in a like hard plastic, and it's got this really beautiful mirror that goes throughout the entire like lid portion. So really beautiful palette. Again, the eyeshadows in here are just gorgeous, so bold and just vivid shades. You get a total of 12 eyeshadows in this palette, 7 of which are shimmer shades and then 5 are mattes. The mattes are super buttery, very easy to work with, very easy to build up. The shimmers have that really high shine, and it looks amazing. You guys will see during my tutorials how these come out. So let's go ahead and swatch these shades. Okay, so this first shade right here is called Honest, and that is a pearly nude. Then following it is this shade right here, which is called Kind. This is described as a pale nude, and that one's a matte. It's obviously a very light color. It's really good for the brow bone, or even on the lid it looks really good because you can build it up really nicely. The next shade right here, I use it as a transition, really beautiful, and that one is called Loyal. It's another matte, and that one's described as a warm, soft brown. And then this last shade from that row, gorgeous shade. It's a gunmetal blue. It's another metallic, very beautiful, and that one is called Independent. Okay, the second row starts with another matte, and this one's called Passionate. This one is described as a light maroon. Following that one, we've got this beautiful shade. That one's called Unique. Very gorgeous. This is described as a rich gold, and it is a shimmer shade. Then we've got this beauty here. I love, and I am obsessed with this shade here. We are definitely doing a look with this one called Divine. This is another shimmery shade, and it is described as an emerald. Definitely a beautiful emerald shade. And then next is Confident. So this one's described as a rich purple, also shimmery. Okay, and then the last row, we've got this here is called Empowered, and that is a deep cranberry, also a shimmer, followed by another shimmer. This one is Bronzed, really beautiful shade. That one is called Resilient. Then we've got a matte, so that one's Brave, and that is described as a warm medium brown. And then the last shade is called Limitless. This is another matte, and that is a true black. So here are the swatches. Really beautiful shades. As you can see, very nicely pigmented. Okay, so I've zoomed in just a little bit so we can go ahead and get started on the first look. So I'm gonna first go in with the shade Loyal into the crease. This is a beautiful transition shade, and you can build this one up really nicely, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use whatever product I picked up and just dispense this one using pretty much windshield wiping motions. I think these eyeshadows are very easy to use. You definitely do not need a lot of time to blend them out. Of course, with everything, it's gonna look nice. It's gonna look nicer if you do take your time doing these things. But if you're ever in a rush, this is definitely a palette that you can still use and then get a really nice look with even just a shade or two. Same brush, and then I dip into the shade Brave, and I'm gonna focus most of this color here in this outer corner of the crease, and then I'm gonna start blending it in. But I'm trying to leave most of this in the crease. Where, of course, you know, I will be blending it up just a tad bit once most of it is placed exactly where I want it. But this is where I want to add the most depth for this look. I'm going to build this up a little more, so I picked up more of that Brave, and again going back into this outer corner of the crease, placing most of the product there and then blending it in. And this outer corner here, I kind of just do like these like weird, I don't know, like these wiggly motions. I guess we can say like circular motions. Because this is where, if it's going to come out at all, if I'm going to allow it to come out at all, I want it to just come out right here. I'm not really trying to do like a winged type of eyeshadow look at all. I just want the darkness to appear here more. Then one more layer of that. See, now I went in with a little bit more than what I wanted. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the shade Driven. This is that emerald green, and I'm just going to pat this all over the lid. Look at how pigmented that is. Right off the bat, you get so much color payoff. So beautiful. Then with the clean brush, I'm just going to go ahead and blend these edges right here in the crease. I'm actually going to go back in with the shade that I used previously with Driven, pick up just a tad bit onto the tip of the brush, and then go back into this outer crease corner, and then just apply it there. Same shade Driven with a pencil brush. I'm going to run this on my bottom lash line from outer corner pretty much all the way in. Then I picked up a little bit more of that Loyal shade, which is what we use for the transition, and I'm just going to do this in the outer corner, kind of go under this green shadow here, just to further blend it out more. Okay, then I picked up Antique, so this is that rich gold shade, and we're going to apply it in the inner corner for a really nice pop. So I'm putting a lot of it here just by the tear duct. Then I'm going to wipe off my brush, and then I'm going to kind of spread it out and then to overlap a little bit of that green, both on top and bottom. Alright guys, so this is look number 1. I completed the eyes using my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2 mascara, and then for the bottom lashes I used the MAC Extended Play. I'll be using these two throughout the entire video, so just so you guys know, and I won't have to just keep repeating myself with that. As far as, for the eyeliner, I also did add this eyeliner on my bottom waterline. This is from Lisa Holdridge. Is it Lisa? Yeah, I think it's Lisa Holdridge, I hope. This is from her line, and this eyeliner is in the shade Ori Flash. And then for lipsticks, I went in with these two from Charlotte Tilbury. I first applied Glowing Jen, and then I went over it with Angel Alessandra. Really, really beautiful shades, and I'm very happy with look number 1. Again, all the eyeshadows are very easy to use, very easy to manage and apply. I feel like I actually created this really beautiful, bold and smoky look in no time. So I really like it. I'm very, very happy with this first look. For look number 2, we're gonna start off with the shade in Independent. And I'm actually gonna just go straight onto the lid and pack this. So we're gonna place this on most of the lid. I'm just gonna leave this outer portion without eyeshadow for now. And then with the same brush, I'm picking up Resilient. So this is a bronze shade. And I'm gonna go in the outer corner with this shade here. This is such a gorgeous shade too. I swear, I think all of the colors in this palette are just so beautiful. You can use all of these shimmers just on the lid, going with the transition shade onto your crease, and that's really all you need. Of course, I like to play with more eyeshadow, so I'm mixing more shades in here, but you really don't need to go all out with creating like these elaborate looks with this palette, because you can keep it very simple, but you can also go a little bit more complex. So it's just really nice to have options like that with a palette, because it just makes it more user-friendly. It's something that you can have on your vanity, and if you kind of did a more like dramatic look for the night and then for the next day to get ready for work, you can use the exact same palette and create a really beautiful natural look. So I keep forgetting what side I used. So it's very versatile, I think. Okay, so my edges right now look a little sloppy. We're gonna fix that, no problem whatsoever. With the shade Loyal, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start in the middle just because I do have quite a bit of product here on the sides. And then I'm gonna go in. And then I'll just go ahead and take it out to blend all this. Okay, so I kind of want to marry these two shades a little bit better. So I picked up Confident, it's that purple shade. And I'm just going to tap it with the smaller flat shadow brush just right in the middle to kind of have those two shades transition nicely into one another. So I didn't pick up too much product, but I just felt like I needed something else right there. So I'm gonna line my bottom lash line with this Chanel Stylo Ombre Contour in the shade Rouge Noir. So I'm just pretty much going to apply this right over my lashes here. And then I picked up Confidence in this brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that pencil liner I just applied. With the pencil brush, I dipped into Honest, and we're gonna apply this into the inner corner right here. And then whatever's left, I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight the brow bone. So I think I want to add some eyeliner on this top lash line here. We're going to continue using this palette. So then I'm just going to go in the shade Brave. And then we're going to just go ahead and line my lash line. And here we have look number 2 complete with mascara. As far as lips, I just put on this Marc Jacobs. What is this? This is the Hydrating Lip Gloss Stick in the shade 1 Mauve Time. I love this so much. I couldn't find another shade that interested me. I did try to pick up some more because I really like this formula. It's just very easy to use and wear and just reapply throughout the day. I love formulas like this. But yeah, there wasn't another shadow that really interested me, so I've just been using that one quite a bit. But yeah, I think it looks really good with this eye look. I really like how this eye look came out. You know what, let me add a little bit more depth with that bronzy shade. Maybe I should have grabbed a smaller brush. I feel like I need more darkness here. Sometimes when you're done with your look, you may feel like you need a little bit more of something, because I felt like this one just sort of like was kind of, I guess, blended away a little too much. Okay, there. I like that a little bit more. I was missing a little bit of that bronze shade. So yeah, this is the final result for look number 2. For look number 3, we're starting with the shade Passionate, and I picked it up on this big fluffy brush, and I'm just going onto my lid first and just kind of sweeping the shadow on. And then I'm going to take it all up onto the crease. I really want to create that blown out look. So I'm going to take this quite high. I'm going to add another coat of that. Exact same steps, so just going onto the lid first. And then I'm going to take it onto the crease and continue blending it upwards. Now with the shade Empowered, I'm just going to put this over the first eyeshadow we used here on the lid, and I'm just going to pack it on. Same brush I picked up Honest, and I'm going to apply this just in the center right here. I'm going to pack on a little bit more. So I'm going to go back with this Rouge Noir pencil from Chanel, and I'm going to pretty much do the same thing that we did in the last look, but I'm just going to focus it on this outer corner down here. And then literally just with my finger, I'm going to blend this. Now with this really thin angled brush, I picked up Limitless, and that is the black shadow from the palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and run this on my top lash line to create some definition here. Alright guys, and this is look number 3. I've applied my mascara, and for lips I went in with the Pure and Barbie collection lipstick in the shade Timeless, and I went over it with the same lip product that I used in the previous look. This is the Marc Jacobs Hydrating Lip Gloss Stick in 1 Mauve Time. So I really like this combo. I love how everything turned out. I really have been enjoying like pink looks with like mauve and cranberry shadows. I think all of this just together looks really beautiful. It's perfect still for the summertime. We're still in summer. Let's keep enjoying that because it's not here for much longer, unfortunately. But yeah, overall I think this palette is wonderful. I love the way all of the shadows perform. They're really very pigmented, just beautiful, vibrant colors that I think are still in that wearable realm. Like you can totally use this for pretty much anything. You can create so many different looks with this type of eyeshadow palette, and I think that's just so amazing. And that's what I wanted to bring to the table today, is show you guys how I would use this palette, and I have so many more ideas of using it as well. I have used this palette quite a few times before today's video. I've even done a look with just using only the matte eyeshadows, and they work wonderfully together. The shimmers work really good together. Really, I have just one little tiny complaint, and it's this shade right here in Brave. That's the only one that gives me a little bit of a hard time when I'm trying to blend it and make it look a little bit seamless. I'm able to get it to blend out how I like it, but it does take me a little bit more effort. Overall, I really don't have like true complaints about this palette. I think it's wonderful. The packaging again is really beautiful. I think Persona did such a great job with this palette. This brand is just, it's a phenomenal brand. Their eyeshadows are really up to par with a lot of my more high-end eyeshadow palettes. The Identity 1 palette that I've had pretty much since she launched this, and gosh, that I feel like it was quite some time ago that I've had this palette, and it's, I mean, from the beginning, from the first time I used it, I was madly in love with it. And it's really her formula, so it was really nice to see her come out with a palette that's quite different to this one because this is a very, very safe palette, whereas the Identity 2, again, it's more of has more bold colors, but again, still very wearable, very fun to play with and to use. And I'm just really happy with all the looks I created for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Alright guys, so that is it as far as today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed my 3 looks using the Identity 2 palette. I really do appreciate you guys watching my videos, and if you haven't yet, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. I currently do not have a set schedule. I do this for fun. I do this with products that I just really want to share with other people, just share my thoughts and just my way of using certain products. And yeah, I mean, it's just information I like to share because I clearly like makeup and I like playing with it and I like testing out new things, and this is just an outlet for me. I love watching videos and I love now being a part of that community where I'm also contributing with my own videos. So this has just been really, really fun, and I hope y'all have been enjoying my videos. So it was just a little reminder for you guys to hit that subscribe button before you go. And that's it. Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you again for stopping by and watching. Until next time.